Irving native Terry Cockerham enjoys pictures, so much so that he takes pictures for a living. His love for photography came when he was bored in the service.
I graduated with a science degree, and I was just trying to find something to do. I was in the military, bored, you know, a lot of the time. I mean, you go between frenzy and boredom. Right. And so I took up photography as a hobby, and the science of it really kind of drew me into it because the physics and all that and the chemicals, and so I got involved and more involved.
Terry loves being a photojournalist, and a phone call was able to get him back into that area.
A friend of mine who was a nurse that I knew had actually left Dallas, moved to Phoenix, and was associated with this group, the Pinnacle Presbyterian Church in Scottsdale. And I was driving down to Aransas Pass one day, and I got this phone call from her, and she said, well, how would you like to go to Haiti and do photos? And I, you know, kind of out of the blue. And I said, of course. She put me in touch with Jan Lochi from the Presbyterian Pinnacle, or Pinnacle Presbyterian, whatever church it is. And she talked to me about it, what they were looking for, and why they wanted to take somebody along that was a professional. And what they needed was those kind of images that could be used for publication, for posters, for slideshows, all those things that they need to not only educate the public about Haiti and the situation Haiti exists in, but also to raise money for future trips.
Terry sums up his 4-day trip to Haiti last year in one word.
Life-changing. You don't realize how difficult it is for some people to exist until you see it firsthand. And Haiti, even 2 years after the earthquake, it was still pretty devastated. They didn't give me parameters of what I should shoot. They told me, that's up to you. I originally thought, well, I'll document the clinical aspect of it when the doctors are working with the patients and the nurses are working with the patients. But that's kind of a self-limiting thing, because, I mean, how many times you're going to repeat a guy checking somebody's, you know, tonsils? I'd made the decision that my emphasis, what I was going to do for them, was show the people on location, how they really lived, what they looked like, how they would come to this clinic, and from the very, very young to the very, very old. And I really wanted to put the emphasis, as you see, on all of the people here, especially the individual portraits of the people. They're very, very cautious people. And I think to a certain extent they were kind of wary of me with the camera, because I carried a bunch of equipment, of course, and had 2 cameras on me at all time, one with a very long lens and one with a wide lens. And they tend to be suspicious of behavior like that. If you look at people's faces in the photos, you'll see that they're not smiling at me, you know. And a lot of this was caught while they were waiting to see doctors and stuff. And so, no, they weren't overly friendly, at least in that situation. I even read in the State Department warnings that one of the things that the Haitians don't like to have done is to have their photo taken without asking permission from them. And when we were in the clinic environment, they were so focused on what was going on in the clinic that I could grab the shots of people sitting in chairs and looking towards the doctors or whatever. The 2 clinics were in 2 villages, Toman, which is up in the mountains, and Leogon, which is down on the coast. Very, very primitive environment. They were small villages, dirt roads, if you could even call them roads, and a lot of jungle kind of atmosphere. When we were traveling in Port-au-Prince, we would ride in a bus, and I could shoot out of the window.
Terry also captured people during a Sunday church service.
They're building the new church in Port-au-Prince. The church that they had there collapsed during the earthquake and killed, I think, 3 people. What you're seeing is a huge tent that was used for their church services until the new building is finished. And I would suspect there was probably 1,000 people sitting in there. Like any artist, you want, first and foremost, you want your work to be shown. You know, you don't want it to be kept in a closet somewhere. But my experience coming back from Haiti, the people that I met there and actually got to know were the nicest people in the world. And I think Americans, for the most part, have no grasp of what Haiti is all about. And it is a country in turmoil, and it is a country that's had the worst possible luck in the world. Everything that could happen bad to a group of people has happened to Haiti. But these people, the people that I met, while I was there. Unbelievably kind people, and just so nice. So like I told Jan as we were coming back on the plane, it was something that changed me completely. I mean, I had one concept when I went there. When I came back, I was a different person.
Take a look at the Haiti series by Terry Cockerham and see if you, too, come away seeing the people of Haiti in a different light. At the Irving Arts Center, I'm Peter Arnell.
You can see Terry Cockerham's exhibit at the Irving Arts Center through May 26th.